All right, hey. It's your girl, Sexy Next in the building, bringing you guys yet another one. And this is my breakdown of the Chrisean Rock and the Nene Leakes interview. I call myself decoding this here interview and just giving some what my personal opinion of what I think she was saying without actually saying it. And get the voices and the opinions of the people. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go right into this here Nene Leak interview, and thank y'all for y'all patience. Work here. Okay, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. And like I said, I want to talk about this here Chrisean and Nene's interview because she spoke about Ronnie in this interview. She talked about indirectly about her thoughts about Blueface, and if anybody is worried if she gonna get back with him or not, about to give y'all my thoughts and my opinions. All right, so
Chrisean and I talked, and I wanted to like sit down and do like a.
okay, so I'm playing the Nene Leakes interview. Hey, let me pause it over here too. And basically, I want to give y'all my thoughts and my opinion on things that Chrisean didn't say, the drama that's unfolding right before our very eyes, and Ronnie Doe Aunty that's stepped in the ring here and wants to address what Chrisean is not addressing and what Chrisean discussed in the Nene's Leaks interview, and basically that and more. Okay, so with that being said, Nene Leak, in my personal opinion, she trauma bonded with Chrisean. And that's just exactly what I'm getting from all of this. It's trauma bond because Nene Leakes had some similar experiences with her mom, growing up, I guess, having a mom, not having a mom, the abuse and things like that in terms of drugs and stuff like that. And in Nene Leakes, in my opinion, she's a classy lady, so I don't want to take away her class from her. But what I thought was distasteful about this particular interview was how she talked about her drinking and how she enjoys drinking. And in fact, when she ended her live, how she was going to have a drink. Now, to me, that was an influential move because we all know that Chrisean likes or had her moments of indulging in liquor. And as recent as the streamer's prom, somebody, they be on her to the point where they actually zoomed in and saw she had a whole bottle and was drinking. Okay, so people watching Chrisean, whether they like her or not, they're watching and they're tuned in very much so to what she got going on or whatever. So that was one of the things that I thought, in my personal opinion, was a little distasteful on Nene's side because you're supposed to be like the older person here, well seasoned and mature. And I just thought that was a little influential, especially Chrisean don't need no liquor. Okay, the girl don't need no liquor, but she gonna do what she want to do because she has to go through her life's changing experiences before she grows into the adult woman that she should be or should she have been. But without having proper guidance, we know that she didn't have a good support system in terms of people that can influence her to do right or do better. This is just my personal opinion. So all right, so like I was saying, those are my thoughts and my opinions on just that piece right there. So I want to get a little bit more into details when it comes to this here interview, because in my opinion, Chrisean didn't say things, and see that be what I look for. It's not so much what she's saying, it's what she's not saying. Okay, and then two, I also want to point out when Nene brought up the fact about Ronnie Doe's, passing, and Chrisean openly publicly acknowledged and admitted on social media she had no intercourse with him whatsoever, that Junior cannot absolutely be his baby based on her own accords, that she had nothing going on with him where he could possibly be the baby, right? Baby's daddy. Now that's going to come back to bite Chrisean. And I'm going to tell you why it's going to come back to bite Chrisean. So just stay tuned for my thoughts, my opinions on why it's going to bite Chrisean. And then next I want to talk about a lot. It's so much I want to go through. So let me just get this interview started so I can break it down one piece at a time.
A personal girl one-on-one conversation with her. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You look great.
Thank you.
You know, before we start
I'm missing
rolling,
my tooth, so
you said what?
I left it. I was running. I rushed it.
I kind of like it though.
I
Like
like with the teeth.
yeah,
Though. The
you
teeth,
branded
the teeth
this.
too.
You branded this with a tooth and without a tooth. You kind of branded that. It's really cute. So before the camera started rolling, we were talking about skin.
Oh yeah.
You have great skin.
What?
That you
too.
Yes, I'm very much a skin girl. Like I love to go and get I get a microdermabrasion, a chemical peel.
I wanted to get these little white bumps that don't pop.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to open them up to get it out.
Yeah.
But they're like little tiny. Only I can see them. But
yeah, because I can't see them at all. Not at all, girl. Your skin is like great. Like
thank you.
Yeah, so I'm sure anybody out there would love to come and do the little treatment that you talking about doing on your face. That ain't nothing. So anyway, you got to tell all of us, because I know where we all mostly know you from is Zeus. But let's go back first and talk to the viewers about. Tell me where you're actually from, where you grew up.
I'm from Baltimore.
You're from Baltimore, Maryland, the whole DMV area.
Yeah.
I had a store over there in Oxon Hill in Maryland, the casino over there, MGM. MGM Casino. It's in Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Okay.
And so I had a boutique inside of the MGM Casino. Yeah. I no longer have it anymore there. No, but I was the first black woman to be inside of there at MGM. And it was a good business. We closed during COVID.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I really, really like it. So you're from the DMV?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you the youngest of all of your siblings?
Yeah.
You are the baby?
Yeah, I'm the baby. Well, second to last. My little brother's the baby.
Oh, you're the baby. You're the baby girl.
Yeah.
Now, how many of y'all is?
12.
It's 12 of y'all. Wow. So serious. I'm really surprised. Well, my mom comes from a family of 14. 14 of them. Yeah, and my mom was the baby of all of the kids, all of my grandma's kids. So you got to take us back a little bit and tell us about. We know you from Zeus. Like, how did it happen? Like, people always ask me about.
It was like okay, I did like Blue Girls Club, but then he wouldn't like put me back in motion again. So he kind of like put me on the sidelines a little bit with the TV stuff. So then I went by myself and went to Zeus.
They had a audition.
No, it was more like a phone call. Like I just got locked up, and then I got out of jail or something. And then Natalie and Lemmy was on my phone like, come on. I'm like, yeah, we are. Where the money at?
See, I don't know the other show that you were on before you. You said it was called Blue something. See, I never saw that.
Blue Girls Club.
Yeah, I never seen that. See, when I first, became to know you, it was Zeus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
it did like Zeus did expand it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
So
to a different level. Like when I got to Zeus, like I was probably at I don't know, like 1 million followers or something.
Okay.
And then I don't know when I got to 5, 6, and then I went back to 4. Yeah, I'm going up and down. I don't know. Then I kept losing pages, restarting. But no, Zeus did expand it because I guess it was like a TV network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where I came to know you from is on Zeus. So for me, like when they
what did you like? What was it? Or not what did you like, but what was it like?
That so I never watched Zeus, right? People were always talking about Zeus. And the first time I think I really watched it is when you came on. Because people have been telling me to watch for so long. Being on Housewives, I didn't audition.
It's hard to watch other shit.
Yeah, I didn't audition. I had a producer. Someone told her about me, and then she called me, and we interviewed, kind of like, and talked. And then they asked me, like, who are your girlfriends? And I told them about all of my girlfriends. That's kind of like how I got on Housewives. And so, watching Zeus, I thought they were doing an audition. That's how I just.
No, they was the auditions, but I didn't audition.
That's how I think I remember the first time I watched it, and then you came on. Like me being on Housewives, I
probably did more audition, but I don't think I auditioned.
I'm kind of like an emotional, this and that, and that probably attracted me to you. Being kind of more emotional because I'm kind of.
Okay, so that's why I wanted to pause that right there. They trauma bonded. So Nene felt like she was an emotional person. Chrisean, we obviously can see she's very emotional. So that's what kind of connected them two together. That's not even a healthy beginning of a relationship either, because you're connecting on something that's not healthy versus connecting on a healthier level. I feel like if I was Nene and I had the opportunity to interview with Chrisean, I wouldn't have trauma bonded with her. I would have just stood my ground and be where you are today and just let her know how, that once upon a time you was in her situation. That lets me know that you really obviously haven't changed yourself, because if you could connect with her today and you supposed to have matured all these years later, you still got Chrisean in you, unfortunately. That's just something I just wanted to point out to you guys. But let's continue with this here interview.
Yeah, I'm kind of more emotional too, like in a sense. So I could be yelling and then be crying and be talking to them and be going, I'd be saying all kind of stuff. And so I think that's probably what attracted me to you, just watching how you move. And sometimes, like when you're watching people on shows, you kind of see your piece of yourself in them. And I think that may have been it. And then after that, I want to say that you ended up doing a show like a spinoff or something like your family. And so I wasn't raised with my mom or father. So my mom's oldest sister raised me out in Georgia. That's how I ended up in Georgia, right? My mom's oldest sister was there. And so I think I have like a piece of me when I am talking to other girls and they've kind of gone through some of the upbringing that I went through. I start feeling for them like instantly. So when I watched you on the show, like a piece of me was like, oh my God, she might be a little bit like me.
Okay, so I want to stop again, because obviously they have some things in common, and that's what most people have connected with Chrisean, based on some similarities to their own lifestyles, things that they've been through or witnessed of themselves. And for Nene, like I said, she didn't have her mom, and her dad wasn't in her life for whatever various reasons, and she had an aunt raising her, a little bit different from Chrisean because she had different people that she was around. But that's, to me, was bringing a lot of people to connect to Chrisean, because they see something in her and they're like, and for myself, it was the same thing. When I first started covering Chrisean, I was like, I saw a lot of things that I would have done similar to what she's actually doing. But once I got past that set mindset, I had to get in my growth bag. And when I got in my growth bag, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not there anymore though. So it may have been a trigger for myself, and it sounds like it was triggering for Nene as well. But again, that's only gonna get you so far, because Nene, you're a growth. You're supposed to be growth expanding, and for you to connect with her where she's at, that just kind of tells me a little bit about where you are as well, and that's unfortunate. But I'm not here to talk too much about Nene, but I am going to point out some things that I'm noticing about her. So I just want to continue this on, but I definitely want to break this down one piece at a time, because that's what I do to make the people and the viewers be able to actually process what I'm saying, see what I'm saying, and feel what I'm saying, and be like, okay, that makes sense. But do your own math, do your own research. I always encourage you guys to do the same. But I got a lot to talk about when it comes to Ronnie Doe's situation and Blueface. Okay, so we're going to crawl before we walk, but we definitely going to get there.
The same thing.
Yeah, kind of just going through the same stuff. Yeah, right. And although I'm the next to the oldest of my mom's children, my aunt, she didn't have children, so she adopted me and my oldest brother from my mom. So I was the youngest as her child, her youngest daughter, yeah, as her child. So just watching you, that's what made me kind of like
relate. Yeah, okay, relate. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. I get that a lot from people that
that's gone through certain things like that. You didn't grow up with your mom, did you?
Now, why was that a hesitation?
You did.
A little bit.
I did too. I kind of grew up with my mom.
I'm trying to figure out, why did she hesitate to answer if she grew up with her mom or not. Like, that's a simple, yes, I grew up with my mom. No, I didn't fully grow up with my mom. I mean, so Chrisean was thinking of maybe trying to remember some of the things she said out here in the people in the public's eye, and maybe somebody's going to pull up something, but she's doing that a lot throughout this interview. I noticed with Chrisean, she is really putting out not fully the truth, and that's just my personal opinion, but we're gonna get there. So let me continue on with this here breakdown.
So with my mom,
it's just like at a certain age.
Yeah, my mom was in New York and I was in Georgia. So every summer I had to go to New York to be with my mom. And then when school got ready to start back, then my mom would send us back, to my mom's oldest sister. So that's what I was saying. So you didn't grow up with your mom completely.
Uh, I feel like she just had help because she had other kids.
Yeah.
So it was like the older siblings took care of the younger siblings.
Yeah.
While my mom did private duty nursing. Like she was actually, yeah, she did. She was doing great. She had beach houses, cars. Like she was a hustler. And then like I guess like when it got to like me and my little brother, that's when everything fell short. Like our older siblings grew up good.
Oh, they grew up better.
Yeah.
Because she was more present.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
And then now.
And then she was a functioning whatever. Like she was able to function through her trauma, function through her depressants and depression, and she was able to. But by the time she got to me and my little brother, it was all right.
So now where is she at now? Is she in Baltimore?
Yeah.
She's in Baltimore.
Yeah, she's like in and out of rehab.
In
and out. Outside.
Well, so that's kind of like a story in my family. Like we said, so I'm telling you, this is why I was always watching y'all. Because same thing in my family. I've had a lot of people in my family to be on drugs and struggle and all that kind of stuff. Luckily for me, I've never done drugs, but I've liked a lot of alcohol. Okay, in my life. Okay, and I still drink alcohol. Okay, I'm gonna have a drink when I leave here. But
so that's why I said, come on now, Nene. This girl drank through her entire pregnancy. Messed up Junior to his developmental stages, or he's not graduating when he should be graduating these stages. He's not even walking. He's almost 2 years old. Despite somebody's claiming that he's walking, I ain't seen a video of the baby walking yet, and that's unfortunate. And Chrisean is in a lot of denial, and I understand. I mean, that's an embarrassing situation. You've had this baby that you said was $1 million baby, and you put all this emphasis out there, and then the $1 million baby ain't even walking at the time he should be walking, and that is just so sad and so unfortunate. And it's not Junior's fault at all. He don't deserve the fact that his mom gave him his first drink when he was inside of her stomach. He didn't deserve that. It's just what happens, when people think that they can go and abort the baby. We've heard her say these things. Oh, I can just go get an abortion. Yeah, but you didn't go get an abortion, and you carried this baby while you indulged in the activities that you indulged in, and he was a part of that because he was inside of you. So Chrisean don't want to face the music. She can't handle the truth, and unfortunately over here you're gonna get the truth. It's gonna be harsh. It's gonna be probably grinching to even hear, but I'm not gonna sit here and hold back with my feelings and my thoughts and my opinion just because I'm trying to spare Chrisean's feelings. Chrisean feelings needs to be to the point where she feels some type of something so she can, make her wrongs right. Like, you have an opportunity, you got this big platform, you kind of like, you out here, like, not kind of, you are out here, and people are interested in what she's doing, how she's doing it, and people really want to know more about Junior and his milestones and what's really happening. So we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to break down. Give y'all some time today. I do have other pre-arrangements, but I want to come back on social media gradually and do these lives with you guys and discuss this. Before I go further into this, because I see we got a couple of comments in the comment section, so I want to acknowledge the comments that are coming in when they're coming in. So it's me, Lisa Lee. She says, why is Nene talking about herself? Exactly, because she's trauma bonded with Chrisean because she sees herself in Chrisean. That's just my personal opinion. But why she doing it, I don't know. But it's definitely given. She wants to tell her story through Chrisean, because that's usually why a person would put their self out there and talk about them rather than the person that they're actually interviewing. And that influential, I love a drink, and I'm gonna have a drink even when the show ends. I'm gonna have a drink. Like, come on now. Chrisean didn't need that. She could have kind of honestly left a lot of that out, but that's what she did. And it's unfortunately. Shout out to Black Flower says facts. Appreciate you for being in the chat with us today during this live here interaction. Okay. Lisa Lee says no baby does. It's very sad and it's unfortunate and cautionary. Absolutely. And all this stuff could have been prevented, but Chrisean felt like she had it like that, and she felt like in her mind nothing wasn't going to happen to Junior, and in fact everything she thought wasn't going to happen to Junior actually happened to Junior. And again, stay tuned for this breakdown because I want to get into this video. I don't want to cut it too much by cutting through it. I want to be able to just stop and make some clear points because there's a lot of people out there that's, Team Rock and against Chrisean Rock. I'm all about the truth when it stands for my particular platform. If you right, I'm with you, but when you wrong, baby, you fit to get called a foul and a spade a spade. So stay tuned for this here breakdown because it's about to get realer and as soon as we get there. All right. So let me pull this up so I can press play on it. All right. Let me go.
Oh,
yeah, we're having a drink and all of that stuff. So how's your dad? Now, do you have a relationship with your dad?
I met my father when I was 7, but I never really.
But I think I saw him on the show. Didn't I see him on the show?
Yeah, he punched.
Your baby dad.
She didn't want to say his name.
He did. Okay. He wasn't playing, was he? No. So you met him when you were 7. And he's good though.
She just imagine.
Okay, so I got this like weird dynamic. Like I don't know. Like as a kid, I didn't understand nothing much. I used to and a kid he was a monster. Like
yeah.
But when I grow up, and I realized like what is adulthood and what is a toxic.
Yeah.
Well, she's trauma bonded through her father now that she's been through some domestic situations in her relationships, and now she's able to actually understand her dad in that manner, which she's almost saying like it's okay a little bit because now she's in her adult stages, and it's like, come on, Chrisean, you got to do better. I really, really wish that she had better people around her to guide her, get her the support she needs. First of all, go get therapy. Like unpack everything that's in your head, the things that's blocking you from moving forward. You're gonna try to do it on your own, but we're gonna see how far that gets her before she's gonna actually need some serious mental psychiatric help. I mean, it's okay if you need therapy. Therapy works only when you put in the work. If you put nothing into it, you're gonna get nothing out of it. So don't look at it like you're crazy. Look at it like it's crazy for those people who don't go get that type of help when they know they need that type of help. So that's just my opinion when it comes to that. I'm praying for her, but the support that I once had, I can't openly do that right now till I see some significant changes. Okay, but let's continue.
A relationship is like, he was just human.
Yeah,
I don't know. I love my dad now, but I used to hate him. I don't know.
Growing up.
Or like the idea of my father because I just met him. I knew my stepdad for some reason, but I didn't know my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad, but he was a great provider. He worked. He was a chef. He's just a rough around the edges.
Yeah.
And then
he's from Baltimore.
Yeah. And my mom went through a lot with him, which probably made me hate him.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand it. So.
Yeah, but you guys are in a good place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
that's crazy.
But at least you guys are in a good place. Now, when you
I don't really talk to him like that.
Not anymore?
No, he don't have a phone. I don't know. I don't know. I just wish they can just go to rehab so they can be helpable.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I invest money, put them in the crib, they're inconsistent.
Yeah. But when somebody needs to go to rehab, they have to want to go. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because I put people in my family in rehab, but I've been told a million times, you can't put them in there. Like, they got to want to be in there.
Yeah, and then when they don't want to go,
it's never going to help.
Yeah, and it's like,
they're going to go and come right back out and do the same thing.
For real. And it's like,
I've done that before, and I have said, look in the mirror, look how great you look right now, right? And then when they get back on drugs, and then I'm like, look how horrible you look. Like, what?
Right.
Why you don't want to do this? But they really have to want to do this themselves.
Yeah.
It's never going to work. You can never put them in there. You'll never be able to help.
Yeah, I have to accept that, too.
You have to accept that. That's a hard pill to swallow, too. You have to realize that this ain't going to work right.
Yeah, then I have a lot of resentment.
Yeah, but it's okay. and you guys down the road, you never know.
Right.
You never know, because I know a couple people that have gone through this for years, and the parents turn around or the child turn around. So you never know if they turn around. I want to go back to you about Zeus. With the Zeus and the show that when you guys did your spinoff from it was on Zeus too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was on Zeus Network. Okay. So do you like Zeus? Not for real. Do you like? Let me say that.
Okay, so that was another point I wanted to point out. When Nene asked Chrisean, did she like Zeus? I don't know, did this interview happen before Zeus Lemmy, whatever his name is, reached out to her? Or did this happen after he reached out to her? Because she was just almost in the same I don't know if she had that Gucci on or not when she supposedly got the phone call from Zeus Network, offering her a job, and she was crying all over social media. So if you know the answers to that, please leave that in the comment section. If you don't catch this live, leave it in the comment down below so I can get some clarification as to, did Chrisean actually talk to the network prior to this interview, or did she talk to the network after this interview? Because it's mighty strange. She was just all excited about going back to Zeus Network, and then when Nene asked her this particular question, she kind of went a little shady on them. And then here's her reasoning as to, I guess, why she went shady on them.
Because I actually think they're cool. I actually, because I don't know that much about it because I've only worked over there like a couple times. Do you think they cool? Like,
we can get her upside down.
It's a great platform.
Oh yeah, it's a great platform. Yeah, it's a great platform.
Well, the reason why I say it's a great, the reason why I think it's a great
child, you messy.
No, the reason why I think it's a
See, so I'm trying to figure out why is Nene being messy or called messy by Chrisean in this moment in time, because I'm confused. She was just crying, oh my God, and then Nene's asking her question. She said she's messy. No, what's messy is Zeus Network, because they put all these fighting TV reality shows out there and got people fighting for, what's the prize? I guess to be on the network. I don't know what the prize is, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is Chrisean still has her feelings about them. And again, I don't know if this was before the Lemmy call or after the Lemmy call. But again, put your thoughts in the comment section if you have the answer to that. Love to get that clarification clarified. All right, let's continue.
great platform is because, like, the other show you are, I didn't know you. I only knew you from this show.
Yeah.
And I feel like Zeus has grown over the years.
Yeah.
So many people are looking. Like, people are watching the show, and
I just wish they could bring a little bit more positivity.
Yeah,
something to balance it.
They could.
I supposed to shoot God's plan, but
I agree. I totally agree with that, because that's one of the things I felt like when I watched it. Like, is it just gonna be fighting the whole time? Do they ever sit down and talk to each other and have a conversation?
Or it's like what's the catch? What's the prize?
Yeah.
What are we doing? So it's kind of it's too. I don't want to speak bad, but I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
But it's teaching the young that fighting and getting drunk and all that, it's highlighting the bad. And maybe that can be it can be a better balance of that. Just a little bit more.
Would you go back?
Not to do the fighting.
Not to do the bad.
Okay. So let's pause that. So I don't know. Again, was this prior or after? That really means a lot to know, because she's asking questions, and it's almost around the same time that I saw her go live with Nene, which was a week ago, and she had this outfit on. I didn't know they were doing an interview. I mean, they're going to sit down and do this interview, but prior to that, she was getting her hair done, and she did have a different color in it. So I don't know, y'all. I need to know. Because these questions that Nene is asking her is some very good questions, because she says, she didn't want to talk bad about them, but then yet she throw them under the bus, and she say, well, there's really no benefit in going over there outside of, there's no prize basically outside of fighting and drinking and acting a fool on national television for those who stream the Zeus Network. So that's a little puzzling for me. But again, I don't want to waste too much time trying to figure out if she was if this interview was prior to Lemmy offering her some type of position over there. But for her to sit here and say she wouldn't go back because of these particular reasons, but then you go crying on TV that you went back. So that leads one to believe, at least me, I would ask the question, did is this all authentic what she's talking about when she says the network reached out to her and all that stuff? So I don't know. It's just she's a little puzzling, but I'm gonna try to depuzzle her as much as I can, as well as decode some of the things that she's not saying. Okay, so let's continue with this here breakdown.
Yeah, not to do that. Yeah. It has to be something like spin off for me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. And
yeah, like, okay, so if I did a show with them, okay, so I played pro league football. That's this football league.
I see.
Yeah. Before I can even really start the season, I got locked up. But while I was in jail and stuff, I started, like, as a businesswoman, I started looking like, oh, okay, I can own a team, buy for like $20,000, give the owner $20,000. Give me the team, and then then I have a team, and I have certain coaches, and then I can put the network behind that and film it. Like, so my mind is like, oh, I'll do that because it's positive.
Yeah, and you also being an entrepreneur.
And then it get ratchet on the field, girls with play hair and stuff.
I see it.
Yeah,
I've seen that before. I've seen that before.
So that's what I do. If I was to go back on Zeus, that's the show I'll shoot.
Yeah, something like that.
Or either do like a docu-series of my life of showing how I switched from secular to gospel.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things I can pitch. I haven't really got to that nitty gritty. I've been just getting my foundation correct with my manager Kim. She's been cleaning up everything from to LLC to being a momhood advice, just all around great woman. Just help me shape up for real.
So what?
That's what I'm getting to though.
Yeah. I was gonna say
in acting.
I was gonna say what else?
The BET. So okay, I would shoot Yahweh, a short film with Teleperry Studios in Jerusalem.
Okay.
Yeah. But they also reached out. BET reached out to me for this show called College Hill. Heard of it?
Yeah, I think College Hill.
Oh, okay, right.
I was on College Hill with Ray J, Dream Doll, Slim Thug.
See, I should have been in that
Big
class.
Frida. Oh my God.
I was fun.
India Love.
I love me some her.
Yeah.
So it sounds like she may be on College Hill. Okay, because remember she was like she got all this opportunity. BET reached out to her, so she's talking on this platform with Nene Leakes, and I'm decoding it. Okay, so in my opinion, and just correct me if I'm wrong when the time comes, but she may be on College Hill. I don't know who the other character is going to be on there with her, but it sounds like that's what the opportunity is for her. It sounds like she was trying to shoot Yahweh in Jerusalem, as she stated, at the Tyler Perry studio. But I don't know. So we just, again, I want everybody to have the success. What's for them is for them, and can't nobody take it away. Not a hate, not a fax, not a copy, nothing. But an original is going to be an original, right? So I wish her much success, especially so she could support her child. But again, I'm still just trying to figure out some of the things that she talked about in this here live. Let's get into it.
We had a great time, and we were in Houston, Texas, inside the house, and we all got along. We all loved each other. All of us graduated except for Ray J, and then he went there. Of course, he went Ray J, and then but he's super smart.
He is. He's funny. I was just out there.
Let me pause this for a second, because it's mighty strange that she brought up Ray J. And it called me crazy. I don't care, because I think different from people. I process stuff different, and I hear what I hear, and I got to point out what I'm hearing. So I don't know what are the odds and what are the coincidences that Ray J ran into Chrisean at the streamers prom, and then Nene's bringing Ray J up in this here interview, and then Chrisean actually linked up with Ray J just recent, and we know how that went when Whack 100 found out about it. And then I gotta break that down too, but again, I need you guys' support if y'all want to hear my realism, my raw uncut breakdown, no filter and no shade, but I'm gonna call it a spade, okay? That's what people respect about my here particular platform, is because I can hear things and I see what I see, and whether I'm right or wrong, I'm gonna call it as I see it until you correct me and make it and show me where I was wrong at with the actual facts. Then in my mind, I'm right. Okay. So with that being said, I don't know. I'm reading. This is not designed by accident. Okay, and then once we get into the Ronnie Doe situation, I'm gonna tell you exactly why this is not designed by accident and why Chrisean don't see the play. But I don't know if I want to actually call out the play, but I'm gonna show enough lead y'all to the water, and I hope y'all drink it. Okay, let's continue.
We was at the awards together, Hollywood a lot. So at first it was me. I didn't notice nobody else.
This week when I saw you guys?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Because we got escorted off the red carpet because we didn't have the proper attire on. And then me, I went to go get a dress. Him, he threw a happy tantrum, cry. I was going to.
Had on at the award?
Yeah, that was from the lady that worked with Jason Lee, but she was working behind the desk. And then like Holy Spirit was like, first when I walked out, I didn't know where I was going. I looked at my phone and then God was like, go to the front desk. I went to the front desk and he like, tell her you don't have nothing to wear. Like, why would I do that? So I just told a random lady I don't have anything to wear. She's like, oh, I got 3 dresses upstairs.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. She's like, I got 2 black ones and the red one. I said, I want the red one. Yeah. She brought it down. It was perfect.
You in a red dress. Yeah. And so he left.
Oh, yeah.
Because I never saw him.
Yeah. He texted me. Let me see.
Did he come back in?
He was supposed to.
Because I never saw him come in.
Let me see.
Now, because I eventually left.
I went live with him and was like trying to have him like be encouraged like to go change his outfit.
Yeah, I never saw him in there at all.
He said, "This Rachel, hope you made it home safe. I want to understand what you said." Oh, okay. He said, "On the down means let's go, and thank you for calming me down. I was about to go up." Yeah, he was tripping, and I just had to calm him down. Yeah, because I low key was hurt too, but I'm like, I have to respect the protocol. I didn't know how serious it was. Yeah. Jason Lee, first of all, it went from, I know, okay, the first awards was great. Yeah. The one I just went to was, it shitted on the first one. Like, I didn't see the first one. It was nice. This one was really nice.
No, this one was really nice. It really was. And he said that the dress code was black.
I know, but you still gotta I know.
He said black tie. Yeah. And so everybody was dressed for it, wasn't they? Yeah. Everybody was dressed for it. So
some people wore regular stuff and just had a collar.
Yeah, but they looked nice.
Well, yeah, they did.
I didn't go to the first one, so this one right here was nice. Wasn't it?
It was.
It was really nice. I was shocked. I was surprised. I was really
I was like screaming.
Yeah, I was.
The other one, the last one, when I was pregnant, I performed at it. But
oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, so I was just mad because I was like, dang, I got out of touch with Jason. He would have me performing that way.
Yeah, it was really good. It really was.
It was real good.
Now, a lot of people know that you have changed and you're now very spiritual.
I've been spiritual, now I'm just walking in it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what made you change? Was there anything in particular that made you
it was so consequential not being obedient to the word for me. Mm-hmm. Every time I was doing stuff, I ended up in jail or tripping. Well, I was not fulfilled somewhere. Like I wasn't happy. I had this like, I want to die spirit.
Really?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Are you happy now?
Yes. I'm fulfilled and renewed, and I don't know, I feel good. I feel charged up. Now I feel like I can be Chrisean.
Mm-hmm. Now, what church do you attend?
Oh, okay. My home church is, it used to be Spirit of Faith, but they switched it to Faith City. Mm-hmm. But that's Pastor Mike Freeman. But I love Pastor Mike Todd. I love Sarah Jades.
I love Sarah Jades.
I love you in Atlanta, 2019. 2019.
Oh.
Philip Mitchell?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Go.
Wow.
It's really nice. He's shutting Atlanta down.
Okay, everybody talks about in Atlanta is Jamal Bryant.
Oh, Jamal. Okay, Jamal. Yeah. Jamal's cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's at New Birth.
Oh, wow.
Which is a very huge church out in Atlanta. So, yeah. But do you watch church online?
Yeah, those are people I watch online.
Okay, you do.
And go in person sometimes. I haven't been at 2019. I'm going to go the next time I go to Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of it.
You got to. It's so,
I have to.
He's so anointed and he's so obedient and he's so. like it's like a lion when he talks.
So now you're doing gospel.
Yes.
And how does that? What's the difference? I mean, I know there's a big difference, but what does that feel like? Because at first you were in a whole other area, and now you're doing.
It's just a transformation. That's all, and then it's like it's a process. So then you gotta realign your plan where you're gonna perform at, who you do business with. It's an adjustment. Is it hard? I mean, yeah. I feel like following God is never easy. You just get stronger. So that's just something that you have to like keep in mind. And if you get discouraged, you have to like, you just gotta stay true. Or just turn the word on. Sometimes when I don't listen to the word over it, like if I miss 2 days of not being in my word, Kim will hit me up like, I know you ain't in your word, like I'd be tripping.
I'm so proud of you though to even just go that far. No, seriously, because it's not easy.
It's not because it's like young. Because success, money, and I don't know. It's like you be like, but I thought purpose was success. No, purpose is following the word of God.
Yes, you can, but does that mean that you can't? So now that you're following the purpose of God, does that mean you can't have a cocktail? Or does that mean to you though? To you, does that mean you can't go out to like? You
can go out, but you just can't overdo it. Like
you can have a drink.
Yeah.
You feel like
you can have a drink, you just can't get drunk. I mean, that's just what it is. It's okay to have a drink, you just don't supposed to have it where it's sinful at that point, okay? And I don't know about the hard liquor, but it's okay to have wine because God did turn water to wine. All right, so it's okay, but I'm just pointing out some things that I'm hearing here.
Can you go to the club? Can you dance
Yes.
to like, some rap music?
Yes.
Or you don't feel like that's the
I
purpose?
mean, you can, but it's like if you really is walking this walk, then you might want to let go of the drinking, period. Okay? You might want to let go of the partying, period. Okay? You just want to walk the path that he walked. You already did the drinking. You already did the partying. And if you really serious, then that was in his past. That wasn't in his present when he, was crucified and all that stuff. So I mean, there comes a time when all that stuff comes to an end, So, but these are her answers, and I'm not no judge nor an executor, let alone a prosecutor.
I don't even know. One thing about God is not a religious God. And then say if you're doing things, you have to move by the Spirit. The Spirit will tell you, you'll get your own conviction. You don't do too much strict stuff on yourself like that. Because that would be rooted in pride and not following God. Like, you know how when you beat yourself up, like, oh my God, I shouldn't have did this. Now that's rooted in pride. It's not really like rooted in, don't do too much.
Well, I think everybody kind of set their own rules.
You can go have fun.
Just don't go too far.
It's not that just don't go too far. Just enjoy yourself. Being, I don't know. Your pleasure should be just being the light in the room.
Okay. Okay, I'm here for that. Just being the light in the room.
Yeah.
Honey, I am the light. Y'all don't see me? Yeah, just being the light in the room.
Yeah.
Right. But that doesn't mean that I can't okay, so if you was in the room with all of us and somebody was cursing a lot or something, you feel
no, you just enjoy them.
You'll be okay. You won't feel no, I can't. I mean, this is not good. You know how some people that be real religious or they be spiritual, they be like, I don't want to be around.
Yeah, in the word, I think a lot of things in moderation.
Okay.
Okay, that's one thing. Two, you turn into what you tune into, so it's like.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
So you kind of want to.
Turn into what you tune into.
Yeah. So you kind of want to just be very specific on who you want to be around, just because you want someone to pray for you, not talk about you. You want someone.
That's a good one.
Are we taking advice from Chrisean at this point? That's what it's giving. I'm just saying, y'all.
Okay.
It just works itself out. Like you write it down, God will start ordering your steps, and then it's easier to not choose your flesh rather than
your spirit.
Following the word.
Okay, that's so good. Yeah. No, I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
And I consider myself spiritual but not religious. Okay, I'm not religious because I'm not living day to day by the Bible. I'm spiritual because I believe in the Word. I pray, and
you believe in Jesus Christ.
I do, and all of those things.
Yeah.
But I feel like religious is something different than spiritual.
No, I say in the word. I'm not a religious guy.
Right.
Don't be religious. That's the weird part.
Okay, so
don't get weird. Yeah,
okay, no.
It's the thing that they were talking about at church.
Because I know
it was notes. I took it.
I would think that the
really
pastor is religious, right?
No, my pastor, Pastor Mike Freeman, he gangster.
Okay, so he's not religious, but he's
he's not.
And then she done threw her pastor under the bus, y'all. She said her pastor, Mike Freeman, this man that we've been seeing her go to his church, donate lumps of money when she had it like that. And she sat there and said he gangster. What type of church? Why would you want to go to a church with a pastor that's gangster? I mean, every pastor has a past, but you highlighted like it's cool. Like that's giving weird to me. Now that's where the religious come in, I guess, for me.
Spirit. He's a great pastor,
but he has to believe in the Word. He does. Right?
He lived by it.
He lived by it, and yeah, he's got to be spiritual.
It's a
something
compulsive religious behavior.
Mm-hmm.
How it can show up using spiritual activity to bypass emotions. We feel driven to pray more, study more, or fast more. It never feels like enough. Mm-hmm. So that's basically saying no, like don't have that type of compulsive religious behavior.
Okay.
Anchor. God is not demanding religious rituals. You are a loved one. Live fearlessly. That's John 1. And then they say tip. Spend some unstructured time with God. Explore how you can feel when you deviate from a routine, mm-hmm. and go to therapy. So it's like just be who you are. Who you are.
Did I not say that in the beginning of this live that she should get therapy? So I hope that that's one of the steps that she's actually taking. She talks about the word, she's learning the word. In order to become the word, you have to actually eat the word, digest it, and then you can walk into the word. That's just my personal belief, not take it away from how she's processing this. But she spoke about therapy, and I just want to highlight that because it's like, that will be really a huge part of her healing journey, in my personal opinion.
Don't go too far.
Yeah. Too far left. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we good. I got it.
Yeah. Like, I think I'm good. Yeah, like me, what I'm trying to work on is like bringing out my sin.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
But that comes with fasting and praying. If you're not fasting, then you're like not strong enough to.
Okay, so since you said all those things, do you go out?
Go out? Yeah, I do.
Okay, you do go out.
Okay, let me pause this. Oops. I didn't mean to go that far back. Where we at? Chrisean, when asked by Nene, hold on. We're at 28 in. Do she go out and do she party? First of all, let me just say this. Chrisean obviously don't have a PR. She doesn't. She's doing this blind interview, and that's what I'm gonna call a spade a spade. This is a blind interview. This is not a prep interview. This isn't. This is really raw and uncut, in my personal opinion. And we want it to be raw and uncut. We don't want it to be prep, but there's some sort of preparation that should have went into this in terms of. I don't know. It's just it's given something is missing from this interview, and I guess it's the professionalism that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna say what it is. It's the professionalism that's truly missing, and we can really see how immature Chrisean still is, and age isn't even age is nothing but a number. Because I've seen people 18 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old, super duper mature, and yeah, she's growing and she's walking into who she's supposed to become. And these are the things that's happening to her along her journey. But she's speaking of the Bible and all these things that she could be implementing in her day-to-day life. I think it would show better. But because she's still partying, that's a foul. Okay, that's what got Junior created in that type of environment, because you were partying, you were drinking, you were indulging in whatever your choice of activities were, and it wasn't healthy. And for you to sit here and acknowledge, yeah, I'm partying still, that's, and you talk about, as we go into this here breakdown, you want 12 kids. You can barely take care of you. No, not can barely. You're barely taking care of Junior, but you want 12 kids, girl. You need. He is 12 by himself. So that is your 12th child that you just need to focus on, his 1 through 12, because you can't have 12, and not that you literally can't have it, because you can have as many as God allows you to have, but you don't need no kids. Okay, you need to make sure Junior is well taken care of, that he has everything he needs to reach each milestone that he should have, and make sure that this baby is going to all his developmental appointments. There should be a regional center that should be involved with his development. What doctor do he go to? Because the doctor should be making sure that he's reaching these milestones and that they are putting proper services in place for this baby. But again, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I can only speculate, the same as you as the viewers are able to speculate, and we're all going to come up with our differences of opinion, and some of ours may be the same. But anyway, I'm going to keep this breakdown going. We had a cool pace.
Not really.
Not really.
Like if my friends listening to it, they're listening to it, and I'd be like, okay.
It's just on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. You will have a cocktail.
Listen.
Not really.
No. I mean, I haven't got there yet.
I love that for you.
But I don't know. That's crazy. I haven't drunk yet. Like, I don't be drinking like that.
Okay, I love that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you don't know.
Cause like, no, I don't.
Okay, I want to call this foul. She says she don't be drinking, and when Nene asked her, but then there's a video out there. She was just at the Streamer University with Kai Snot and all them people, and they had her with a bottle drinking straight out the bottle. Okay, so that's one lie that she's told, and that I've caught so far. And there's so many more that we can catch throughout this live. So again, I'm just gonna break down my thoughts, my opinions as to this here interview with Nene, and I'm really anticipated and eager to get straight down to the meat of this and the potatoes, which is a conversation about Ronnie Doe, as well as Blueface. Okay, so let's just continue to listen to this, and I'll try not to stop it too much, but I just gotta point out the inconsistencies of what she's saying here.
Cause when I came home from jail, before I came home from jail, I was fasting in my cell, and it was taking the appetite of those things for pleasure. And then like I replaced that with more time with God, like journaling, praying, because I'm a dreamer. So it's like sometimes those pleasures kind of takes away from my gifts. So it's more like I'd rather stay in the presence of God than in my flesh. I don't know. It comes naturally. You don't have to force it.
That's okay. Now, why did you go to jail?
Because I didn't keep up with my probation. I was tripping.
You understand?
Yeah, like when I first caught the case, I was basically running away from my relationship. Got in the car. The car, he reported it stolen, and then I got pulled over. Well, I didn't get pulled over. My friend get pulled over. I take all the charges, the weed charges, whatever was in the car. And then she goes home, and I just sat in there, bailed myself out. And then went right back to bullshit. So.
But you're a dreamer, though.
Yeah, but overstimulated too.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really have a proper leadership. I don't want to smudge nobody's name, but I wasn't under like proper leadership. Like I was 19, 20, 22. Like, and the person, you just, like I said, you tune in, you turn into what you tune into. So it wasn't much to work with.
Right.
I was just, yeah. And then, I'm from the hood too, so it wasn't hard to be. Oh, whatever.
How old are you?
25 now.
Oh, you're young. And you were really young then.
Yeah.
You were really young. And at 25 now.
Yeah, I was like not developed. Like my brain was still developing.
No, I'm serious when I tell you that I'm really proud of you. At 25, now that you feel like you're on a whole spiritual path, you've made complete changes in your life. That's something to applaud. No, seriously, people at 25, 25, you're young, and this is the time when you do live. This is when my friends are talking to me. We be talking.
I don't want to be 30 and then just still be crying out.
But the thing is, your 20s is when you can do all this stuff. That's why I feel like it's more accepted. It is. I mean, and so that's why I'm saying I'm proud of you.
But it's so delayed. Like,
Nene is making too many excuses.
This is what's so good for you, though, that you are 25 and you got it. You understand now. You know what I'm saying? You were 21, 22. You were wilding out. Now you're 25. You get it.
Do she really get it, though?
And you got it early. So people don't be getting nothing at 25. No, at 20, don't you know some of your 25-year-old friends, they ain't got it yet? They still out here doing the most, girl.
Listen to that.
Can't you damn?
Listen to what she said. She said, your 25-year-old friends some of them are still doing the most. Then what you think she gonna do? She just said, if you around it, you become it. Or if whatever you put into you is what you operate off it. I'm just paraphrasing there. But so Nene, you're pointing out that her 20-something-year-old friends that's similar age in her is doing some things that really is immature. How is that gonna help her grow? I'm just asking these questions, and I would appreciate if y'all leave y'all questions and y'all thoughts in the comment section as well, or whatever it is that you guys are thinking. And in the meantime, between time, hit the like button. If you like this video so far, you want to see more of my actual live interactions, because I don't spend a lot of time coming on live. I need y'all support in order for me to come on these lives. So if you like the lives, you like the breakdowns, you like my authenticity, you like the fact that I'm keeping it more than real, hit the like button and let's get the likes up, because that'll grow me into the algorithm, and then I'll be able to come back and keep bringing more breakdowns like this, and they'll just continue to grow and get better with time. But I need the support of the people, or else I'll just keep dropping these pre-recorded videos that y'all appear to like more, until we can really capture the viewers that we need to come back and do these actual live interactions. Okay, so in the meantime, let's just let me keep going on. Let me pressing forward.
I don't even go out with them.
Don't. You don't have to go out with them. There's so many other things that you
can do. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you still on your probation?
No, I got an early release.
Okay, so
because I was doing so good. I was supposed to get released next year, 2026 December, but then
and so it's all good.
Yeah, I just been doing my
Okay, so
that doesn't make any sense. That part didn't make sense there. That kind of gave me it hit a nerve within me. Like, how are you doing so well in a short span time, and you are already off early probation when it was going to end at the end of 2026, pretty much 2027, but 2026 December? Like, that's giving weird to me. And then we got Ronnie Doe that's unalive. We got his auntie that's coming out here. She's talking, and then rightfully so, okay? Because this situation with him is unsettling, and it's sad that we haven't got any real updates as to the progress or the suspect or suspects that's involved in this man's unaliving. And it's just so much, you guys. But again, she's going to touch on it. I'm going to break that piece down. And if you're here for that, just stay tuned or catch the playback, rewind and fast forward, do what you do till you get to what you're looking for. But I just want to break down this entire video in its entirety, and we're pretty much almost done. We got another, I don't know, 30, looks like 30 to 32 to 35 minutes at the most. Yeah, this is given. That's weird that you got off probation early because you consider doing good. What's considered doing good when you just got out? Ronnie Doe got unalive, and all of a sudden now you are off. I'm fit to break this down to some clarity and some understanding. If not for yours, for my clarification.
Now, why you put that on your face? That's when you was in your 20s. 21 when you was in that era.
23.
Yeah, when you was wilding out. Because
She was dizzy.
23, 24, I think.
Because you have a beautiful face.
She was dick dizzy.
You put him on the side of your face. Now, Chrisean.
Here we go.
Now, would you ever take it off?
See, I had an appointment, but I was trying to get my statement. So Kick is offering me a good.
So she basically been running this narrative. She gonna get it off the next day. She gonna take it off tomorrow. Y'all wait. I'm gonna go live streaming, and I'm a da 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 da. I guess now she got this deal with Kick. She wants to bring it over there to Kick and do it there. But rather she do it there or live stream it somewhere else. People want to see you really go through with this. What's y'all thoughts in the comment section? Do you think Chrisean is going to actually take Blueface face off? And I ain't talking about the movie face off. I'm literally talking about his face off her face. Like, do y'all think she gonna go through with it? I mean, because she had him on the throat, okay? Then she covered that up just to put him on her face. And it is like, girl. And then you still got Jonathan over your eye. I mean, you got tats everywhere that pretty much got him on you. And then she's trying to humanize the situation. And this is not human. This is not something that you want to glorify. Okay, I'm just saying, in my personal opinion.
Nice deal.
Yeah, you was talking.
And then Twitch. Mm-hmm. I still have to set up my LLC to the account to have it monetized. Long story short, I'm in a process. So I was going to get this label removed off, but I'm going to do it on my Twitch and my Kick. Like, I want to do it. I want to invite my fans in this process. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you laser something off, is that going to damage your skin?
That's what I said. They say no, but if you do blister up, it's fluid. It hurts. You got to do 12 o'clock. See, let's not talk about it because I don't want to talk myself out of it.
She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it.
It literally burns your skin. You know, you burn your skin with a pot and you get a little blister with liquid in it. Mm-hmm. It does that.
Oh no.
And then you can put something else there, or you can just work on your skin just being your skin.
She messed herself
up. You see how it's like in the frame? You don't even see it.
No, because you got your hair like that, like that. So I can't see it until like when you lay back, then I can little face came out on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't totally see.
You can.
No, totally see. But you could put like a rose or.
Yeah, I put a rose on this one. I covered it up the first time.
Something like
when he played the first time, I covered it up. I forgave him, put it back. But I put him on my face because when he got locked up, I wanted to make him feel bigger. Like, because he felt real small and he was getting real down. I ain't like that, so.
She do things for all the wrong reasons, y'all.
So you met him when y'all were on that show. On the show, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, I met him on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he liked you.
Yeah.
And then you...
Look at her. Glow.
First he hired me, then he signed me, then he liked me. But I think he liked me the whole time. Because the way he
was talking. Yeah. Okay, I can see him liking you though, Chrisean. So, it's not like, you ain't no bad looking girl. You ain't no bad looking girl coming through. So I can see he could be like, hey girl, how are you? What's going on with you?
Well,
would you ever get back with him?
Yes. Yes. Just say yes. The hesitation speaks for itself. It's yes. It's a yes. Yeah.
There's like this thing about closure. But if he came correct,
listen.
Yeah.
And there's no more humiliation or disrespect.
So let me just point the foul out, okay, while we're talking about fouls and Blueface is the point I was waiting to get to. So she would take him back. That's her hesitation is in other words, yes, she will take Blueface back. Now, she just gave him what he got to do to get her back. He has to convince her that, this is what he wants. She's so vulnerable. She's so gullible. She's going to believe that this is last chance. She going to give him one more chance. This bullet she about to give to him, he ain't going to miss, y'all. He ain't going to miss. He going to take her all the way out. She going to I hate to say it. And Lord, forgive me because I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. But she going to be in somebody's mental institution when he's done with her. Okay? If Blueface don't get her in a mental institution, Ronnie Doe's family going to throw her in there first. Because if she had anything to do with that young man's unaliving, if she if that baby is Ronnie's, which obviously, I mean, come on now. What are you seeing here? Okay. Y'all leave y'all comments in the comment section. We gonna cross that bridge in a few minutes because we're just about approaching it. So please hit the like button if you guys like this here live. If you like this breakdown, I'm gonna do some cutting, some editing. But in the meantime, hit the like button and enjoy this here breakdown.
It's amazing, but I'm not worried about right now. I'm worried about today. I'm not thinking about tomorrow.
Well, would he be spiritual?
No.
She making excuses.
He do believe in
Here we go.
Christ.
Yeah.
He tatted on his back of his head, like Jesus Christ's face. But and he tatted my name on his face.
Oh, he tatted on his face.
Okay. My own name, Chrisean. Okay. But anyway,
she feeling them.
Like
She feeling them.
Yeah. Maybe
she's still feeling the food.
Yeah.
You just never know.
You never know. Because he's been in there for 2 years, so that's long enough.
He's in his 20s?
No, he's coming out of his 20s. He's 28, I think.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
So he, too, guys develop a lot.
Child, she'd have made every excuse why she going back to Blue. That's sad.
We mature a whole lot sooner than they do. So he will be childish for a very long time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right now, we're like beefing.
Yeah.
Tit for tat. He want me to stay in the house and do this and this and that. And it's just too much because it's like, okay, you want me to stay in the house and make money.
She over here acknowledging they beefing. And they're tipping for tat. So it's a game for her. And she's playing the game. So people cannot get mad when Blueface get out and he beats her at the game that she is indulging in. This is consensual. This is not foul play. I don't want to hear, oh, he did this, he did that. That's BS. She sat there and she acknowledged how she's involved in tipping for tat with Blueface and that they're beefing right now rather than saying, I don't have nothing to do with him. He can do whatever he chooses to do, and I'm doing me. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my son. I'm working on my career. She ain't said none of those things, but she's saying, she is saying that she's working on getting things in line, but at the same time, she's acknowledging the drama between her and Blueface. This ain't nothing but a shit show. This is a game. I just want the people to not be so surprised when he gets out and she right there with him. You think Angela is going to be the number one girl that he's running around here talking about, oh, she supported me while I was locked up and finding. He'll throw her back $10,000 so fast. Goodbye, Angela. Chrisean is the clout. I'm just going to say it right now. And he's going to need that clout when he get out. Period. Point blank. You know why? Because he's pretty much is washed up right now. She can revive him. Okay? It's like those people that like to play video games and they playing that battle royale and then you die in the game and then here comes somebody charging your battery back up. This is what's about to happen. She gonna charge Blueface right back up to life. She gonna give him everything that she can, and she's trying to get the bag so she can secure him. In my opinion, though, if you agree or you disagree, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, please hit the like button. It's important. The only like that's up there is my like because I give myself a like on everything that I do. I like and I love what I do. But if you like it, you need to hit the like button so I know it ain't just my like that's up there. Let me see what you're saying, Desiree. She doesn't have anything to with Ronnie. She was in LA at Blue. Girl, goodbye. Don't come over here trying to defend something that you don't know what you're talking about. No more than I know what I'm talking about when it comes to who did it to Ronnie. Nobody knows what happened to that man. It don't matter if she was somewhere else or not. Okay? If she had anything to do with it, the planning, the plotting, whatever, we ain't gonna know none of this stuff until a suspect or a suspects has been announced and that they are actively looking for this individual. Baby, I'm not about to waste my time on trying to figure out what her position was in that. What a coincidence of him just happening to get silenced in the midst of his announcing that that baby daddy. So I guess he ain't the daddy either, right, Desiree? Go leave your comment in the comment section. Let me know he ain't that baby daddy. Girl, I guess if you say so, honey, the DNA is the only one going to say it. And they're going to have to get a professional DNA test that's going to be ordered by the court, where Chrisean and that baby is going to go into the court diagnostic center that they choose, and that there's no foul play behind getting swabbed, getting that baby swabbed, and having Ronnie's family go get swabbed. Oh, because they coming for her. This is not over, baby. The fat lady has not sung, and there is not no straight confirmation out there that Ronnie is not that baby daddy. That baby looks 1,000% like Ronnie, and that baby looks like Ronnie and his entire family. Okay, especially the great grandmother. Okay, girl, don't get me started, hunty. Please don't get me started. Today is not your day. Okay, let's get back into this. We got about 17 more minutes of this.
But you want to pawn your chains, and then you gonna want me to pawn my chains and next us did, bro. Like, no. And then I had to do what was hard, was just not go against the grain and not really listen this time.
Also, you need, in a relationship, you need somebody to lift you up and encourage you and support you and be there for you and not take you through mental stuff.
Yeah.
You do. You need somebody that's encouraging you and that's supportive of you, right?
I agree.
So, you're no longer talking to him right now, but you have a new boyfriend. No?
She said,
You single. I love it. Yeah.
You talking about something I think you talking about, but no.
You don't have a boyfriend? Okay. Well, you're single.
I'm single.
Okay.
Until Blue come home.
That's what I'm saying.
She going right down that rabbit hole with him, like a fool.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm single, honey. Y'all let me know, honey, in the comments.
I really like my baby. Obsessed.
Yeah. Do you want a date? We can show this. We can hook you up right now with these comments and get you on a date. You want a date? Sure. You would?
Girl, look at the games that people play. That was a joke Nene was doing. But see how vulnerable and how weak Chrisean is? She really sat there and was like, yeah, I will. Like, you vulnerable. And let me talk about vulnerable and how Ray J saw that vulnerability. And Ray J could have had her. He had her, but Wack shut that down. Because Ray J got just as much package as Blueface got, if not more. Okay, you better go check his tapes out that he did and put him on the map. Okay, with the Kim Kardashian and all that stuff. So she was about to be in a real situation, but she don't. Why you coming for Wack 100? She should be thanking Wack 100 because he actually saved her so that Blueface could keep playing in her face. And don't let Ray J play in her face, because he would have played in her face. He had her in that studio. They was twitching, live streaming, and everything. He was getting her prepared, okay? Because he know. And you can see, look how she looks so weak. I mean, but it's so sad and it's so unfortunate because she's a vulnerable, young, beautiful person, okay? She's beautiful. She is. That's undeniable. But she's vulnerable. She's weak. She's looking for love in all the wrong places, and nobody is really pointing her and leading her the right way. Everybody just want to cut off of Chrisean. And I'm going to call it what it is. In my opinion, Nene Leakes, you just did the same thing everybody else did. You took advantage of this viral girl in this viral moment, and you brought her on your platform trying to help her with her image. You can't help her with her image alone. It's going to take for her to help herself with her image, and that walk that she says she's doing with Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, that's what's going to get her to walk into her purpose, okay? You can't do it, but I give you credit for bringing her on your platform, because that was a huge move. Okay, you play chess with her, not checkers, and she went for it. She's weak right now. I don't know how much you gave her for that interview. I'm sure you gave her something, maybe $5,000. You probably thought she worth, since her name ain't popping like she needs it to pop right now, because people is falling down, falling back. They're not really trying to support her like they once did, because she's done a lot of stuff, and then the way we seeing Junior, that's really making the people want to blackball her. But she blackballing herself, because she's trying to do something outside of the support that she had with Blue and his peoples, and she's trying to do it on her own. And now she can do it, in my opinion, but she gonna have to let all that stuff go. And I don't think she's ready to let it go yet. She needs Blue just as much as he needs her. That's my personal opinion.
Oh my God! Do any of you guys know anybody that want to go out with Chrisean? I'm sure there's several that do. And now, what does he have to be like, Chrisean? Does he have to be like you like him a little rough around the edges?
No.
No. Okay. He has to be financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have to be in Los Angeles?
No.
Not necessarily, because you can travel.
Right.
Okay. Does he have to be in his 20s? Could he be in his 30s?
No. I want to go older.
Yeah, okay, so he can be in his 30s.
Maybe 40.
You like him light or dark? Tall or short?
She don't even have a preference.
Bald, honey, or with hair? Man. Okay.
See, she loosened her up
You like
now.
him dark, honey?
She getting
like
a little
light?
comfortable. Y'all saw that adjustment? She got comfortable.
And you might be right about that.
Now she gonna throw that monkey wrench at her. And I'm gonna tell you about the monkey wrench.
You like a certain thing at one age, and when you get 30, you probably gonna like something totally different. When you turn 40, you'll be liking something totally different. So right now, you like.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 16. Honey, before you got here, will y'all please let her know I'm 16?
That was quick. You said that quick.
Only 16, honey. You are older than me, sis. I'm sorry to tell you, you older than me, baby. And I'm way younger than you right now.
I believe you. Look good.
And, well, thank you. Let me know if you know someone, honey.
I don't know nobody.
But right now we're hooking up Chrisean, so y'all let me know if y'all know someone for Chrisean. You know she's changed her life, so she don't want to be with no real hardcore thugs. Okay, we won't.
I mean, a holy thug.
Huh? One at home?
A holy thug.
A holy thug.
Mm-hmm.
There may be a few holy thugs around.
Have you been married before?
Yes.
How many times?
Twice to the same person. I did. We divorced and then we got right back together like 3 years, I think, and we got back together.
And then what?
And we only had one child together.
Mm-hmm. And then
he's passed away. Yeah. He's been passed almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in a couple months.
How do you take that?
Grief is hard.
Okay.
Grief was very hard. It's a lot.
He was resilient.
It was a lot. He had cancer, so it was a lot. And I started dating him in my 20s. And married him in my 20s.
Okay.
So it turned out to be a good thing, but what I do say to a lot of women is, I don't know that you should get married in your 20s. I don't know, because I gave up a lot getting married in my 20s. And he was a great provider, and we had a great life together and all that stuff. But
you don't feel like there's like a strong empire if you equally with the right man?
Yeah, what I do know
is what God created.
Yeah, well, I will tell you this. What I do know is that I didn't make a bad choice. I know that
if he was still here, you would still be with him?
I would still be with him if he was here. I would still be with him. I just know that I gave him he was older than me, so I know I gave him a lot of control that I didn't see in my 20s. I just couldn't see it because I was just too young. I was just too young to see it. And then as I became more and more mature, I was like, oh, okay, I do see where he did have an upper hand on me in some places. But he was a good guy, and we had a good marriage. So, yeah, if he was still alive, we would still be together. Yeah. So since his passing, it has been definitely hard to find a man to step into his shoes. He left some big shoes for anybody to step into, and I'm not looking for him. But I just
one.
No, but
no, you're not supposed to look. They say you find a woman or wife. The word says something about a man finding a wife. So
finds a good thing.
They do the finding, and that's true.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true, by the way. Because I feel like the men pick.
Oh, they do. They find a wife. They find a good thing.
Right.
And they gain favor.
Yeah.
From the Lord through the woman.
Yeah, and that's very true.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's gonna find me. Maybe you're gonna find me somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
Because listen,
that's
and you're not supposed to look. Yes, pray, honey. Amen. Hallelujah. Child. Let it go, honey. Put it in there, girl. We gotta let somebody help us, honey. But anyway, enough about him. That guy, Blueface. Is that Blueface? I've never seen him in person before.
She said Jonathan.
No, I see him on like social media and pictures. He's a cute guy. He's a really cute guy. You guys look cute together. Is he tall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's tall.
6'4", 6'3".
Oh, he's that tall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's tall. Oh, he doesn't look like he's that tall, but he's a cute guy. He's a cute guy. I like his haircut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got the little box, the little fade. They used to wear that back in the day, honey. Hey, honey, I love that y'all like that, but you ain't got to worry about him no more. Remember you had this guy. This guy was out saying that he was your baby father. He passed away. Did you guys used to date?
She said, "Oh,
yeah, like in high school."
Listen,
but never again. Not after high school.
No, we kept contact like when I was in college.
Okay. And then, you know,
when I got funny with Blue, I cut him off.
Isn't it kind of funny, like when you become like known, people like come out the woods?
Yes, they get the lying. Get the
come all out.
Okay, so let's stop that. Let's break this down a little bit because this is the moment I've been waiting for. So she tried to make it appear as if she hadn't had any type of nothing with him since high school and then maybe a little bit during college. Now, we know her and Ronnie came to California together because he was pursuing, his music career. She was going to college and he just thought it would be good. Because remember, a guy got unalive behind her and Ronnie when she was so-called doing the college and in the dorm or whatever that situation was. And in my opinion, Chrisean was responsible for that unaliving. That's my opinion, okay? Ain't nobody gonna change my mind that she was not responsible. Ronnie took the charge for her. That's my personal opinion. And you ain't gonna change my mind, so please don't even try. Because my mind is not one of them vulnerable, young-minded women who you could just tell 2 plus 2 is 7 and they believe you, okay? Ain't happening over here, in my opinion. That girl is totally responsible for what happened to the guy in LA. Ronnie took the hit for her. Like he been taking hits for her, and unfortunately, he took the last hit for her because he's no longer here. This is my opinion. That's what public platforms are for, to voice your thoughts and your opinions. And they're going to be totally different from everybody else's because I ain't here trying to kiss butt to save face, okay? I'm just going to call a foul a foul. That's my thoughts, my opinion. You agree or disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. You got the rights to say what you say. I left Desiree's up there. I didn't delete Desiree. She could delete herself. The trash never had a problem taking itself out, but I'm not gonna throw her out. I want your differences of opinion. I love a friendly debate, okay? But I'm not gonna get argumental with you or nobody else. So let's continue.
I would be like, yeah. Because I'm not scared to say
yeah. Yeah, that was way back then. Though.
But that's
right. But people do that. Like if you had never became known, he probably would never be anywhere like trying to claim you.
I think he had people in his ears.
Yeah,
it was a money grab. Yeah, because he did paid interviews. Oh, thank you.
No, he was cute.
He was
cute. You got a little taste. You got a little eye. You be like, oh, okay, he's cute. Okay, he was cute. He was cute. But you think he was just tripping?
Yeah, he was tripping, and then he was, like say if we sat down right here, you paid him, he going for the money. He not going for what he.
That's wrong. Now she dragging this unalive man, trying to make it seem like he was doing this for money. That man wasn't doing this for no money, in my personal opinion. I could put the picture up right now with that baby and that man, and they look identical to each other. He looks more like him than he could ever be Blueface's baby. He don't even like nobody in Blueface's family. He don't look like the kids of Blueface's. He look like that boy in his entire. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. I'm just going to get through this. We got about 13 more minutes or less, and this is coming to an end. Really, I could just end it with that and just start pulling up the rest of my receipts, because at the end of the day, that's all I really was trying to get to. But I just wanted to run the live so we can, connect with each other again, and see if I can get y'all support for me coming back doing these lives, okay? Because if I don't get what I'm looking for, I'm just gonna drop the pre-recorded videos, and we can just run it that way. And again, till I get what I'm looking for, we'll come back and bring these interactions together, because this is live right now. This is actually in real time, okay? So she wrong for what she's saying about that guy, and I truly do believe they had relations with each other. She was running to him when they got mad. Matter of fact, somebody just sent me a picture of the baby's bottle in Ronnie's house. Now, it could have been any family member. I'm not going to say it was particularly Junior's and all that stuff. You got to have receipts, proof to prove that she had Junior over at that man's house, and the family has never come out and disclosed any of that information. So I know the internet. I know the internet can say and do some weird things. So that's why I don't believe everything I see and let everything I hear either. So you have to come with receipts and facts. But I will stand on my personal opinion, like them 10 toes I stand on.
Dang, you kill each other.
You're saying stuff. Yeah. That's crazy though. That doesn't even make sense though. It doesn't make sense. So he passed away. How did you feel? Like when you got the news, you were like, what?
Listen, her reaction.
So the crazy thing is,
and it's definitely crazy. When she asked her, why didn't she just talk about the reaction? Why did she go into details about a dream? Okay? Because the dream you had may become a nightmare for you. Because you are speaking about a person that's unalive. This is an active, ongoing investigation. Okay? And you I don't want to give her the advice of what she should have did, because I don't want to ruin the opportunity for Ronnie Doe's family to get the justice that they deserve. I'm not going to even say what I was alluded to say. I'm going to stop myself right there and catch myself on this one, because I don't want to put TMI out there when Ronnie needs his justice. Okay, straight up, that guy needs his justice. His family deserves his justice. But I will say how I do appreciate this interview, because it got her to open up. It got her to say some things, and the things that she said has to be cross-referenced. And for y'all that don't know what that means it has to be verified, okay? So that means that there will be a DNA test, because you said publicly and openly that you hadn't had no relations, that this could not be Ronnie Doe's baby, and that's going to have to get confirmed, because you can't just say it and then here's he said one thing, now you got his auntie stepping in the ring. They fit to come for you, Chrisean. They're gonna come for you, and it's nothing nobody's gonna do for you. Blueface can't save you. Whack 100 show ain't gonna save you. In fact, this is right up Wax 100 alley. Okay, so yeah, I feel, in my opinion, oh, I'm gonna leave it right there, because like I said, this needs to not be me exposing what they did and what Nene, rather it was known or unknown to Nene what happened in this moment, what she did. And in the other interview when Chrisean first came out and spoke about Ronnie's passing, and then this is what the second time she's actually come out, and then her sister had came out and threw her under the bus indirectly and said, this isn't looking too good for people. We know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So it's given. There's some serious situation, and this is a hell of an open investigation. These claims of an investigation, they don't just go radio silent. They actually it's going to be open until the day they get the person responsible for this young man's passing.
The night before, I never told nobody this, but my little brother.
She never told nobody this. This is good.
My little brother called me.
Keep talking.
Like, Karan died. I'm like, damn. But when I said damn, it felt like deja vu, because that night I had a dream.
Ooh.
And it was about
wow.
It was this guy. He was sitting on the front step, and he was like talking crap at me. I'm like, leave me alone. What are you doing?
See, what we don't know is exactly what happened to Ronnie Doe. We don't know the facts yet. But the fact that she said she had a dream that somebody was sitting on the front porch talking crap. Now, I know they said he was in his car, okay? And then there's rumors that he wasn't in his car. He was actually on his front porch. If y'all don't know that story, go back and look for that because it's out there, okay? So I'm just saying, she talking and you saying things that has not really been put out here, and then you saying for yourself, you ain't never told nobody this except for your brother, and then your brother, baby, this is serious, y'all. I don't know what she just did. If this, this happened to spark a nerve when it came to Ronnie Doe's family, because that auntie definitely was in Nene's chat and she had some things that she had to say. But let's continue.
And then Karan comes around the corner and shoots him. And then the cops is running after. But when he shot him, I felt it. Like
that's crazy. So she's saying that it was Karan that came to defend her. If y'all didn't catch that, okay? Karan, Ronnie Doe, aka Ronnie Doe, he came out to defend her and he shot at somebody and she felt it, is what she said. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but if you twist this up, you know what I'm saying? It's given somebody went and did this on her accord. That's just what it's given. And she's saying it in reverse. So I'm basically decoding it and I'm putting the information out. Again, the confirmation of this is just my opinion. This is not a fact. Stay tuned for the actual facts, because I do believe now that Ronnie Doe's family is coming out, that's letting me believe that something is happening, because when people start talking and they start coming out, it's something, something is about to transpire. Okay. I know that just off of common knowledge. Okay. So again, this is not a fact. This is just my personal opinion. All the stuff that's been said in this live today is all been alleged. Let me give y'all my disclaimer for the beginning of this live to the end of this live, in the middle of this live, and throughout this live. Everything is alleged when it comes out of my mouth. It's just my opinion. This is for entertainment, educational purposes, and for the viewers to be able to express yourselves in an entertaining and educational purpose. Okay, so I just want to just put that out there. And again, hit the like button. What are you waiting for?
Like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, the guy died, and then the cops was running after him, and then I woke up like, what the hell? What was that for?
But this is a dream.
Yeah, it was a dream. So then when my little brother told me like what happened to him, like, whoa, I felt it. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
I felt like I was there or something. It was weird.
Ooh, she said she felt like she was there or something.
It was messed up. Like, he left too soon.
And then she said she felt like she was there or something. Then you got this person, I ain't gonna disrespect you. She got this person coming in my chat talking about unaliving. She was in LA. But you got her talking about she felt like she was there. So rather you was in LA or you was in Baltimore when it went down, you felt you were there. Could you felt that way because you possibly, and this is just rumor has it, okay? The streets are talking that you had something to do with this young man's unaliving. I mean, that is just the strangest thing, that he's out here on all the platforms. He was becoming bigger than her with this news break that Junior was possibly his. I'm just saying, okay? The truth hurts. I get it. The rock stars don't want to hear it. I understand. But you can't blackball me. So we're going to do what we do regardless. And this video will stand the test of time because it's already out there. Can't take it back.
Birthday. Yeah, I did. He's the only boy in his family.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Like, his mom.
That's so sad.
He got 2 sisters, his mom, his grandma. They all love him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate that. But I got to tell you, so, I hosted Zeus, what do you call it? The reunion? Their reunion.
Oh, okay.
This was like a couple years. I don't know if it's a couple years. I don't know how many seasons they got. Some seasons ago. Okay, I don't know. They probably done had 100 because they seem like they just shoot this show like this show is shooting.
Like
they having reviews like crazy. so I hosted a reunion.
They reunion like every 3 months.
Yeah, so I would host a reunion. This is like before Lemmy had a birthday because his birthday he had in Punta Cana. I never saw the show with your sister, and I was hosting that reunion that your sister was on. I felt the same way about her that I felt about you. So when I saw her, immediately,
Tasiki?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
When I saw her at the reunion, I instantly had a drawing to her. And she was talking about something. I don't know what they were talking about, her and some more girls. And she started crying. And I instantly, was drawn to her. Because she has that same thing, that same emotional kind of like, whatever that is. You have it. She has it. I have it. So when I saw her, I was drawn to her. And that makes me think about you. When you guys ever mend your relationship? I don't have a relationship with my sisters.
I really just leave it where it's at, Like I just want to take care of my set.
Would you guys ever? Would you ever? You don't know if you guys would ever be back cool. Talk. I don't talk to my
I don't know how that would happen though. Somebody have to set it up, or I don't know. Because I thought we was doing good. Like, cause look, we was having exchanges on the internet positively. Mm-hmm. Like, Talib was doing, like, he was clip farming, like doing weird stuff. Like, I like you can't beat Tasiki, you can't beat Tasiki. And my first response instantly was, I love my sister.
Like, why you need to beat her?
He was just trying to catch me off guard. I don't know. Clickbait. I don't know. I was on his stream and he just started saying random weird stuff for a reaction. And my reaction was that. And then she reposted the reaction and said, pray for us. So I'm thinking, like, we're going down a
better road.
Yeah. Then, boom, Jason Lee interview come out. She started insinuating that I got my ex-boyfriend killed or something.
She almost said her baby daddy. Did y'all catch that?
Is you okay? Like, what? So that's I don't like.
Did y'all catch that?
Then she started saying other stuff and other stuff. I just was like, okay. Well, I guess we was cool. And it was just,
I feel like you guys can be cool.
Saying other, okay, child, is you okay? Like, what? So that's I don't like stuff like that. And then she started saying other stuff and other stuff. I just was like, okay. Well, I guess we was cool. And it was just,
I feel like you guys can be cool. I really do. And I'm not just saying that. I really believe like y'all can be cool. I don't feel like you guys are like me and my sisters. Like me and my sisters have not talked in years.
I feel like that too. She just feel like whatever I said, it was a lie. And I'm looking at her like, you rather say it's a lie than you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
We were kids. Nobody blaming you.
I would love to see you two sit down and talk to each other.
Well, she's still acknowledging that Taseki made her eat cat, okay? And particularly Taseki's. So she still put that narrative out there because she just took a shot right now at Taseki for those that didn't catch that. So she felt like Taseki may just be embarrassed and she does not want to acknowledge the fact that she had her do what she had her do to her. Again, this is all alleged. This is not a fact until we got black and white proof that this actually took place. But yeah, this I don't see it happening right now. She wants her to acknowledge that Taseki did what she did or had her do what she had her do to her, and then plus Taseki, needs to clarify what you mean about it's not looking too good for people we know, okay? Because the only people we know is Chrisean. What role did Chrisean have in the unliving of Ronnie Doe, if any? Okay, that's gonna linger because Taseki insinuated it. She didn't directly say it, but she definitely insinuated it. Okay.
We tried to sit down and talk. She kept trying to make it seem like I was lying the whole time. I don't like that. And I stayed firm in what I said and what happened, and then didn't go the way she wanted to go. Then she wanted to fight, and I was out on bail.
Yeah, I don't feel like y'all need to fight. That don't even make sense. Y'all are sisters.
All my siblings said that. Like, they like, why would y'all fight on television?
Yeah, it don't make sense.
It don't.
It really don't. You guys could talk. You guys look so much alike. Like, I would like to see you guys talk. I really would. Let me know what I can do to help. Seriously, because I would love to help. Really would. I would love to put you guys together. Love for you guys to talk. I would love that. I would really, really love that. Wouldn't you like that for them? It would be great. It really would.
I agree. I agree, but
it would be good because you know what?
like,
you know what I think about?
I try to just like, hey, let's just hug it out, love on each other.
Together, you guys could be so powerful.
A whole power move. That's what it was in the beginning. It's just like she switched up.
You guys could be like amazing together. You know, how does it make you feel?
Into some situations, she just switched up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How does it make you feel when you were the first one, right? You were the first one. She was trying to fight me when I was
pregnant. She was being weird.
They don't make
She set me up. She had eggs thrown at me. She's on live while we're on the sprinter. She's inviting people to the spot that beefs with me. I'm like, why are you inviting such and such? She's like, I ain't say that. So Zeus replayed the clip back of her lying. And then like, I'm just like, I can't win with her. And I have to be with my other sisters to feel safe with her. Because she don't play that. She don't play that two-faced Gemini stuff.
Yeah.
With everybody else. She just pick and choose. Like I'm the youngest one, so I really feel like the older people be trying to bully, you know. Oh, your little sis.
How many years are you guys apart? How old is she? How many years apart are you guys?
I don't know.
In ages. Because you guys don't seem like you're that far apart.
29, 28.
Yeah, you guys are not that far apart. You guys aren't. That's like 3 or 4 years apart. That's why you guys could be so powerful together. You guys could do so much. You know, let me ask you this. How does it make you feel when you was the first one in your family to be known? You were the first one to be known.
Yeah.
And then she actually got known because you were known, right?
No, I brought her to the show.
Oh, you brought her to the show?
Like, she came on my show with the family show.
Okay, the family
spinoff.
Show. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then that's when...
that's how she kind of got known. She got popular too.
She auditioned for Baddies. I gave her a ticket.
And then now you guys on top.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks. It really sucks. It really sucks. Hopefully.
But it's okay. I've always been by myself though.
Yeah.
Like I came to LA by myself, went to college by myself. I blew up by myself, made my first million by myself. Like,
That's amazing though. Say that again. I made my first million by myself. That's so dope though. Isn't it dope?
Yeah.
It really is. You didn't think that you was gonna make $1 million, girl?
Over that.
No, ever. Just from doing reality TV.
Past that, none of that.
Yes, you never.
Jesus Christ.
Like I tell people the story of when I made my first $1 million. We used to go to the ATMs all the time. So I would go to the ATM every single day and press my balance just so I could see it and get that little paper out. And I'd be like, look at this number, honey. My car was full of them little papers. I used to love to go to the ATM just to see what my balance.
You know what Tyson often?
Of course I do, girl. I grew up going to church. I can't say that I always.
Tyson off is just 10%. No, people.
And so, like I said, girl, it's not easy. I've done it both ways.
Yeah, you get over.
I've been by myself and I've been with you. But if that's what all the things that you have going on, I know that you want to.
My merch. I'm starting my merch back up.
And his family. Would you will you allow his mom to be a part of your baby's life?
Oh, well, my son is with his great grandma.
Okay.
Blueface's mom.
Okay.
She's more trustworthy and appropriate and respectful. She doesn't do the internet. She never called my son retarded. She never. Carlissa does a lot of.
I've never met her before.
Crazy things.
I've never met Clarissa.
And it's very like detrimental to everybody that's involved. And I just would like
Would you mend fences with her?
Huh?
Would you mend your relationship with her?
I already tried to apologize. She clowned the apology. I just want them to just stay where they at. I already got what I got going on.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you want to make sure the babies be a part of their life.
Yeah, no, not them.
No, you don't?
I'm okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, listen.
It's better.
If you don't think it's gonna work, then that's fine.
Like he's with the other side of the family, but with the right ones.
Yeah.
The ones that's not on the internet. The one, the sweet ones.
Do you have a relationship with Blueface's father?
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else?
Oh no, you're the best. I'm honored to be in your presence and on your platform.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you guys.
I am just
fun.
honored to sit here and talk to you. I can't wait to tell everybody how sweet you are. Yeah, and how
we can hang out. When is your flight?
I am. Well, my flight can kind of be whenever I kind of want it to be.
I'm back. I'm done.
Yeah. As long as I make it back in a couple days, I think I'm good. So we can definitely do something. And
she want to hang out with
but
Nene.
I gotta tell everybody.
She wants to hang out with Nene. Nene ain't got time for that. She got what she needed. She got the interview. Let's see what her numbers do or what it did. And I think that's gonna be all that Nene could do for her. I can't see her hanging with her. She's half her age. Let's see what did she get on this views. Let's see. What was the numbers on this one? She got almost 6,000 likes. Can't see it over there. Oh, she got 107,000 views. So it didn't do what it normally do. So that just shows you the popularity that Chrisean once had is definitely going in the different direction. Nene, brought her on her platform, hoping that it could possibly give her a good look because Nene is a good look. You know what I'm saying? She's classy. She's more ladylike, and she got things going for herself that Chrisean could have the same, but Chrisean don't have that type of people around her as much as she speaks of this woman Kim. But again, a lot of people will come around you for clout purposes and different reasons. Chrisean's gonna have to pick her poison. She's gonna have to pick it wisely, and she's gonna have to pick it fast. She's gonna have to really set her foundation and get it strong and not rocky because Blueface should be being released soon. It looks like it's gonna be in November or October, as it's been predicted. Anyway, his original release date was in July, but nobody's heard anything about that moving forward. So I'm thinking it's going to possibly be October, November-ish. And that's going to probably be his expected release. Doesn't look like he's getting any type of leniency or early release or anything like that as of now. Anything can change. Again, it's just my thoughts. My opinion is not a fact until it becomes a fact, okay? But you guys get in the comment section, leave y'all thoughts, leave y'all comments, and let me know how you enjoyed this live. What did you get from it, if anything, and what's your thoughts and what's your opinion? Do you think Chrisean is going to go back to Blueface? Do you think Ronnie Doe is Junior's dad? And how do you think this is going to play out? Leave your thoughts in the comment section, but I did appreciate you guys. This is my time. I enjoyed y'all. We just about the 2 hours in, but this was a great live. I enjoyed being here, and look forward to the next one. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, turn it on, select all so you don't miss me when I either pop up or plan these type of lives moving forward. Okay, there's so much more to talk about when it comes to Chrisean. There's still a breakdown of Ray J, there's a breakdown of Whack 100, and there's Chrisean's response. Then we got Aunty, okay, and the drama that's unfolding between her. Right now it's kind of silent. Maybe, Aunty is definitely taking the high road, and Chrisean is seeming to be doing the same. As less Chrisean says something, then I think Aunty is going to probably just simmer down because, I don't think Chrisean is ready for those type of personal problems, because that one is really going to open up a bigger can of worms. And like Aunty said, you can't beat the internet. And with that being said, that's my time. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like on your way out if you had not hit it on your way in or throughout this live. And I'll see you guys on the next one. That's my time. Peace.